The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
And welcome into Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. We're here for right back Smyrna 48 hours later. And we have the Sussex Central Golden Knights 8-0 coming in to take on the 8-4 Smyrna Eagles. Sussex Central still one of the two teams in control for a conference title. They knocked off Cape and Lopin early back in December. Smyrna lost to Caesar Rodney Monday night. So the Cape and Lopin Vikings and the Caesar Rodney Riders basically right now Sky wrestling tonight to see if the Riders can challenge Sussex Central for a conference title, make it a three-way. It depends what happens down in Lewis tonight in that match, which could be a tight one. But here we got the Golden Knights, the defending conference champs. And Scott, a lot of people think this is going to be a blowout, but I see like 5 matches Smyrna can win and possibly win it with bonus.
Yeah, and sometimes you look at these matches and think there's no possible way. Then you start running the numbers and think, wait a second, you only need a path to 7.
Well, you can win a 9-5 split, but it's got to be perfect. So
yeah, and you got to have a lot of pins,
right,
and everything's got to fall your way. But 7 puts you in a really good position. 6 with bonuses. 5 is tough, Benny. But, we're looking at Sussex Central is having quite a year. I mean, they're on fire. They're doing everything right. No injuries. They got all the right guys in the right place. They got the right guys at the right weights. So I think Coach Miller, he's got a real special team here, and they can go all the way.
Well, we found out last Saturday that Slays Annam's not out of the picture, winning by 15 over Caesar Rodney last Saturday afternoon. So Slays Annam still the defending champs until somebody knocks them off.
Yeah, and they don't match up great with Sussex Central. We were looking at that earlier, but you never know. Right. Caesar Rodney didn't match up good with them either. Cape, not terrible. Right. Talking about the D1 playoffs. Cape's not a terrible matchup with them, but like you said, Sussex Central's in the running. They're at the top, and we're going to see how they shake out tonight. Smyrna out of the top 5 right now.
Right.
First time in a long time.
Well, they got a chance to get back in at Friday night when they wrestle number 5 ranked William Penn. They got a chance tonight here with number 1 ranked Sussex Central. Some ranked wrestlers in the lineup tonight. New rankings just came out. Warren Coates at 126, ranked number 6 for the Eagles. Tegan Grotowski, ranked number 6 at 190. And Chi-Chi Yule, number 4 at 285. And for the Sussex Central Golden Knights, they have at 120, number 1 ranked Malachi Stratton, the 2-time state champ. This is their murderer's row. 126, Chase Murray, ranked number 3. Number 132, Evan Cordier, ranked number 1. And 138, Talon Savage, ranked number 2. Then you move up to their last ranked wrestlers, Gabe Cannon, at 175. He's ranked number 2 in the state.
Yeah, when you have 4 guys in the top 3 in the state, that's definitely a murderer's row. Drake Rogers at 113 at 21-5 is no slouch himself, and Austin Decker has been in and out of the rankings, and he's looking to make some noise come state conferences time. So that gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 really good guys to start the match. So Sussex Central's in real good shape, and until you can deal with that, I think everyone in the state's going to have a hard time knocking off Sussex Central.
Match is going to start at 106 pounds tonight. The Smyrna Eagles head coach Aaron Harris, the former Del Valle wrestler, and then when coached some college, went down to Florida, won a state title in the Miami area, and came back, did a good job rebuilding Dover, and he's been here at Smyrna where he's won a couple of state titles. And Shane Miller, former Sussex Central, he's an alum there, and went undefeated during the regular season last year, and then upset in the semis by Slays Annam, who had probably the best day of their year last year on the day it counted, pulling off 2 upsets. They came in as the number 4 seeded team and walked away with their first state title in 34 years. So Shane Miller looking for his first state title. They won the conference last year. Mike Hartnett's our referee for tonight. I want to thank Bill Schultz getting us set up here at Matt's side for the second time this week. Like we said, we were here earlier with the the showdown between the big rivalry, probably the biggest rivalry in the state, was Caesar Rodney and Smyrna. But this has a little rivalry of its own, not quite like that, but it's always they call it Big Match Week.
I was watching the Smyrna and CR match, and it came down to the cousins.
Oh yeah,
that was a big match, and very exciting. But this does. I mean, there's a lot of history between these two teams.
Mm-hmm.
You could make the argument that these are two of the three most successful programs in the state of Delaware, along with Caesar Rodney.
And when we say that, we're not talking about currently, even though they are still currently powerhouses. It's been like 6-7 decades of dominance.
And Sussex Central's had that continuity. They've only had 3 coaches in the whole history of their school: Herm Bassinelli, Phil Schultai,
and now Shane
Miller. So, and a lot of the people in the state were like, "Man, Sussex Central's been powerhouse for so long. How are they going to find somebody? How are they going to not have a big drop off?" And Shane Miller's, listen, he could have only went down, he has kept this program really good, and he's done it the right way. He's been real successful, and he's the kind of young coach. I say young, everyone's seeming young to me these days, but he's the kind of young coach that you hope for in the state of Delaware.
And they'll see they'll meet with Sussex Central. Caesar Rodney will match up next Wednesday night. That'll be on the Sussex Central YouTube channel. You'll be able to watch that match there. Next Wednesday night, we're going to have a big one of our own, Scott, as we're going to have the Henlopen South Championship between the Laurel Bulldogs and the Lake Forest Spartans. Lake Forest lost a close one to number 1 ranked St. Mark's Monday night, and then they just dropped a match to Milford. Just got upset by Milford early this evening.
Yeah, they gave them everything they could handle. I'm still surprised, and I think a lot of people are surprised in the state. We were on our way to Sussex Central to watch St. Mark's match, and it got canceled.
Right.
Maybe it got canceled a little earlier, but a lot of people thought that number 1 versus number 1, that was going to be the match of the year, and that didn't materialize. So, I think that this Lake Forest Laurel could be the match we're all looking for.
And then you look around the state, some of the matches here lately. How about Delaware Military Academy? They beat Sally's by 1, the number 2 ranked team in Delaware, and then they beat Cape by, I think, 12 or 15 last Saturday. So, I mean, they don't care what division they're in. They're a solid wrestling team.
They look good against Cape, and I think they had a couple swing matches that went their way, and they just flat out wrestled Cape, to be honest with you. And they have some studs. I mean, they have quite a few guys, and some guys that have been around. Malcolm Roy look great. He's been around for a while, and Hayden Mahoney. And
the thing about DMA is if you grade your wrestlers A through C, they're all B's and up. They really don't have that C guy, that hole in their lineup.
They're not giving up a 30-second pin to give momentum or anything like that. I thought Sally's had a bunch of holes. And
they filled them.
The other thing, St. Mark's really, when they're at full strength, they're dangerous. I mean, they are an absolute dangerous team. Hopefully Spore's back in time for.
I was told he'd be back early February.
So that's going to be a fun match. DMA and St. Mark's, that'll be a good match. A lot of number 1 guys in that matchup. A lot of potential state champs.
So waiting for Sussex Central to come out, and they're out there. They come in the door now. And we'll get the starting lineups.
Sussex Central looks all business tonight, Benny. Very serious.
We're going to turn it over to the public address announcer for your night's starting lineups.
Is that Boulevard?
157 for Sussex Central, Justin Negron, for Maddox Roberts, for Smyrna, Brandon B. West. 165 for Sussex Central, Kevin Cartwright, for Smyrna, Jesse deep in the heart of Dixon. 175 for Sussex Central, Kane Cannon, for Smyrna, Jeremiah Heath. 190 for Sussex Central, Ivan Flores, or Hernan Crisanto, for Smyrna, Tegan Brankowski. 250 for the Smyrna Eagles, Vincent Schulenberger. And 285 for Sussex Central, Larry Steele, for Smyrna, Kichiuli
Folks, we're going to cut away for the national anthem here as we'll be right back with some high school wrestling.
For over 15 years, our company has been building homes in Sussex County, Delaware. We offer a completely comprehensive program for our customers that makes building a new home enjoyable. At Capstone Homes, we have access to lots in our amazing communities or through our realtor partners. Visit with our team of professionals for a completely comprehensive experience. We can handle absolutely every part of building a new home for you and your family. Create your new home. Create a Capstone.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
Surf Bagel has served the community in Delaware for over 20 years, providing fresh, hot bagels, breakfast sandwiches, lunch sandwiches, wraps, salads, local coffee and smoothies, and our iconic merch.
Welcome to Surf Bagel. We're stoked to serve you.
Welcome to Surf Bagel.
And welcome back to Smyrna High School. Captains will meet in the center of the mat. Referee Mike Hartnett will go over the coin toss. And we'll be underway.
Guys, as captains and coaches, you guys are responsible for the sportsmanship of your team at all times. Make sure everybody stays properly equipped and ready to wrestle, shows up on the mat ready to go, okay? In this match, the home team Smyrna will be called red. The away team Sussex Central will be called green. Good luck. Odd or even? Even matches. Have a good handshake.
So Sussex Central wins the toss. They're going to take the even matches.
So they send out first on even.
Yes, they'll send out first on evens.
And if you're going to jockey some guys around for maybe some first-time listeners, that's important because they
Sussex
send out
Central won
first
the
so you
toss.
could
They
see
took the
who they're
even
sending, then you
matches.
can respond and send the guy to get the matchup you want. I've been real impressed with the referees mic'd up this season.
Yeah.
It's been it's been very cool.
Different experience. And I think it shows the fans what really is going on out there when there is a stalling call. How many times they tell him to wrestle. Keep the verbal warnings that they're given.
Yeah, and you get a feel for the refs. Maybe they don't yell at them so much.
Right.
You get a respect for what they're doing. Senator Buxton was great a couple weeks ago when we did it, and he was kind of singing to himself a little bit, and then he called himself.
Worried about his hair.
Yeah, he's worried about his hair. Yeah, he did a great job though.
So here we go at 106 pounds. Michael Pearson, the freshman from Smyrna, 17-7 on the season, up against Austin Decker, the junior, 25-7. And here we go, waiting for the first whistle, and we're underway here at Smyrna High School. Sussex Central Golden Knights and the Smyrna Eagles.
Yeah, and you think maybe this match is favored, obviously, for Sussex Central. Sussex Central hoping to start off strong and pick up some points here and kind of get their murderer's row going.
Right.
And
Pearson in quick on a single leg. Trying to get two hands on it. Decker, crossface, gets the takedown.
For Smyrna, they're hoping to maybe steal one here, but Decker looking very strong. The junior from Sussex Central, 25-7. Little crossface.
Yeah,
Put him
little
on
pancake,
his,
yeah.
put him on his hip. Almost put him on his back.
He was in the rankings. Kind of went out when Donato knocked off the #1 wrestler at when Catania was #1, and an unranked wrestler coming in knocking off #1 just screws everything up for everybody.
Yeah, and the 106 in Delaware has kind of been like the NCAA 125,
Right.
where it's just been all over the place.
Easy, easy. 1, neutral.
Then there's an escape for Pearson. We're back on our feet with 1:06 to go. Oh, 157 is even wilder.
157 did not work itself out like
No.
we thought it might. I mean, it's going to work itself out eventually.
Before it's all said and done.
Yeah, but we like to 302 likes to have an accurate portrayal of the rankings
Right.
at all times.
Yeah, our rankings, we're not telling you that's who the state champ's going to be.
Yeah.
That's just who's in control right now. Has to be wrestled in March to be that #1 guy in the state.
Decker really wrestling his match. He's dominating the setups and really getting in on the shot. And both takedowns, quick finishes. Trying to keep the pressure on top, trying to keep him flat, maybe work a near side cradle.
Decker, first couple years of his career was undersized. Now he's a full 106, more than 106.
Still green. No change, still green.
Yeah, he looks like a future 113 pounder.
Right. Oh, there's a headline right to the back.
Yeah, it's good to be one of the stronger guys in the division.
And there's 3 backs coming for
Green air
Decker.
fall.
He goes up 9-0.
Okay. Red, it's your choice first. Top, bottom, neutral, defer. Red defers, green.
Yeah, Decker's starting to put some points together here in the first period.
On line, we're on neutral.
He chooses neutral, Benny, and why not? You got 3 takedowns in the first.
It's been working, right?
Yeah, it's been working for you. Why stray away from this?
Underway in the second period. 7-1 lead for Decker.
Decker really starting to overpower Pearson here a little bit. Looking for a pin, dead center, middle of the mat. Coach Ilian really wants a pin. Thinks he might need the points as the match goes on.
And there it is, ball for Austin Decker.
Big pin, way to start off for Sussex Central.
Guys, give me a good handshake.
So we're going to move to 113 pounds. We'll see Drake Rogers, 21-5, a sophomore. And we'll see who Sussex Central sends out. They have 2 sophomores.
They're sending out Rogers.
It's Drake Rogers. A lot of sons of alumni from Sussex Central always in the lineup.
Right.
Here comes Olivia
And
Natacola.
Shake hands.
Speaking of relatives of alumni, both her brothers state champs,
Right.
multiple time state champs.
They were both here tonight, too.
One of her brothers, probably one of the most exciting matches in the history of Delaware
Absolutely.
Wrestling Finals.
Quick takedown for Rogers.
2 3-timers going at it.
And he goes up 2-0.
And this is a tough assignment for Olivia. She's battling a experienced sophomore who's 21-5 on the year. Rogers putting together a pretty good ride, keeping the pressure down.
And he's going to cut her.
Yeah, he looked over to the bench and they said, let's go neutral and go for another takedown. Try and go feet to back here. Pick up another pin. She's doing a good job controlling the ties here. Rogers in on a single. Looking to finish. She's got a belly out.
Does 4-1. Lead for Rogers.
Get her forward, go back to your cradle.
She had a little short sit out here, looking to get out. Rogers captures that far arm. That's going to be trouble.
Yep, way to get there.
She does a good job at bellying out.
35 to go here in the first period. Drake Rogers with the 4-1 lead over Olivia Natacola.
Yeah, a lot of times in middle school, you see the girls overpower the boys in the matches. They can
Yep.
pick up a lot of wins, and it kind of evens out in high school. And then usually after high school, the girls go back to wrestling, girls in college or
Looking to have a good chance that Delaware will sanction girls wrestling next year.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. I mean, I think you know, all the girls that have been wrestling against boys are just going to be that far ahead.
Right.
But, you know, to grow the sport like we need, you need the girls. You know, thinking back to when Jenna Pavlik, she was the first girl wrestler in Delaware, and the news cameras would come every time she wrestled. You know, now it's pretty commonplace. And when she would pin people, they would cry. And now it's pretty common. You know, it's okay. It's acceptable.
Underway in the second period.
She ended up wrestling in the Olympic Training Center, wrestled at Lock Haven. So a lot of good female wrestlers come out of Delaware.
And another takedown for Rogers. He goes up 6-1.
I mean, they definitely have some bonus points penciled here. It's, you know, how much can Smyrna shave off of those bonus points that Sussex Central's expecting.
6-1 lead for Drake Rogers, looking to get some backs here. And goes to the escape.
Yeah, that let him take him down. One takedown from Smyrna could mess up the whole thing. And got that near side Turk.
And now he's getting the backs. 8-2 lead. Back points coming.
This is where it gets tough. You start racking up back points to go with the takedowns. Start to get an insurmountable lead here.
Holding 3 is referee Mike Hartnett. And throws him up.
What do you think about the 3-point college takedown?
I don't like it.
Yeah,
How you got to yell 3?
it's strange.
Another set coming for Drake Rogers.
Yeah, they got to be thinking tech here. She's doing a good job not getting pinned. And sometimes shaving that 1 point could be a difference in a big match like this. That's tight, though.
She's got that elbow posted, keeping this near side up. 12 seconds to fight here for Natacola.
If she could just hold this position for 10 seconds going to the third. Yeah, I don't think she's
gonna fight it off.
She's gonna make it.
14-3 lead for Drake Rogers. So we're at 113 pounds.
Yeah, at this point, you know, for Smyrna, you'd like to see only a 2-point differential.
Right.
You know, so you get teched instead of, you know, opportunity for him to pin. But
you're watching Delaware Live Sports, folks. Powered by 302 Sports. I'm Benny Mitchell, with me, Scott Camera. Brandon Hill on the camera tonight.
Excellent camera work as always.
Show control here. Show control here. Nothing yet. 2.
Then there's a takedown.
Greasy control.
So one more turn, and that will be a tech ball for Drake Rogers.
That last turn is always the most dangerous.
Down. Red down. Set. Good. Tech. Okay. Give me a shake.
So tech fall for Drake Rogers, and the Golden Knights go up 11-0, and that's going to move us to 120 pounds.
We're hoping to see Malachi Stratton at 120 pounds, 2-time defending state champ. Looks like they're going to wait to see. Trying to get the matchup.
It's your choice here, guys.
They're going to send out Malachi Stratton. He's a junior, 35-7, Benny.
2-time state champ, 2-time conference champ.
It's a Henlopen Hammer.
Yes, he was, former Hammer.
Ready? Gentlemen, shake hands. Have a good match.
And we're underway at 120. It's Ian Alfrey for the Eagles.
Yeah, Ian Avery weighed in at 113. He's 6'6", a sophomore. They bumped him up. He's running into a little bit of a buzzsaw here.
Quick
Malachi
takedown
Stratton.
by Stratton.
Stratton's been on the wrestling scene in Delaware.
A long time.
A long time. He's won a lot of matches in the state of Delaware. Starting in the youth programs. And
Potential to be the all-time winningest wrestler before it's all said and done.
yeah, and he's a guy a lot of us saw coming. You know, just was always just an excellent wrestler.
Right.
Nothing yet. No score yet. 3-2.
And again, Sussex Central definitely looking for bonus points here. Malachi Stratton, that rare combination of speed, strength and technique.
He leads 4-1 here.
He's a handful in state.
Oh, red down.
And out of bounds. 49 on the restart.
Stratton looking to cut him here and stand him back up. And look for another takedown.
45 to go here in the first period. We're at 120 pounds. Golden Knights lead the duel 11-0. And Alfrey looking to strike here with a takedown.
Alfrey not backing down from the state champ. Good job on kind of a reshot there.
And counter takedown for Stratton. He goes up 6-2.
Stratton equally as good on the defense as he is
Yes.
on shots. He's got great hips.
Well, he didn't stop wrestling in that position. A lot of kids might stop wrestling there.
Yeah, a lot of high-level coaches talk about that. They're just trying to get their guys to keep wrestling
Go
through
back center.
every position. Every position's a scoring opportunity. Just keep wrestling. Don't stop.
11 seconds on the restart. Stratton leads 6-2.
I sat next to John Smith from Oklahoma State during a wrestling match he was coaching, and I thought maybe I was going to learn a lot from this guy, Olympic gold medalist. All he yelled was wrestle.
Right.
Keep wrestling, wrestle. That's all. He didn't say much, and when he did, that's all he said was keep wrestling.
Red choice first.
That's going to move us to the second period. Choice goes to Alfrey. He's going to take bottom.
Yeah, not a lot of good choices when it comes to this matchup. Bottom's as good as any, I guess.
Okay, top.
Second period about to get underway.
This duel is moving along quickly. So we think the marquee matchup of the night, we're going to see probably at 126
Yeah,
pounds,
with Murray and Coates.
Chase Murray, ranked number 3 in the Delaware Live rankings.
Coates moved up to, he weighed in at 132. Monday night, bumped up to 138 and got a win for the Eagles.
Weighed in at 26 today, so hopefully we see him at 26.
Right, I think we will see him at 26 today.
When I was wrestling, I always would be able to pick out the guy I had from who was pacing at what speed behind the bench. So
Right.
we'll see. Let's see if we can get an eyeball on Coates over there.
Escape for Alfrey.
Not yet. Not yet.
Nice sequence.
And there's a takedown for Malachi Stratton. He showed a little bit of everything here tonight.
He really has. He scored from really every position.
Under a minute to go, 42 to be exact.
I like his side-to-side motion. I like that he's putting shots together. And a couple things haven't worked perfectly cleanly, but he's worked through them. I mean, he's continuing to wrestle through.
Red warning, stalling.
Looking for his third state title this year.
1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 2. 2 nears.
Trying to be the first 4-time state champ for the Knights since Cody Combs.
And we always talk about Cody Combs, so had some crazy stats, right? Never gave up.
Never gave up a point in state tournament.
Never gave up a point in the state tournament. I watched all those
Right.
state tournaments he was in. I remember thinking, he really doesn't give up a lot of points. Someone's like, yeah, he hasn't given up any.
Any.
Yeah, he hasn't given up any.
That's going to move us to the third period. Stratton leads 10-3. He's going to go bottom position here.
Yeah, I think 2 weeks ago I accused Jesse Savage of being a 4-timer, but
Right.
he was.
He probably should have been, but
he probably should. I think that's what I always remember
Right.
when I think of him. He should have been a 4-timer. But
and he didn't lose them. He was sick one year and injured the
That's
next.
it.
Sheldon Thomas, a 4-time state champ, told me that you got to be more lucky than good to be a 4-time. You got to stay healthy. A lot of things have to go your way.
yeah, and one of my favorite 4-timers from Delaware was Damian Creighton during the time I was
Right.
watching, because he did it all in the upper weights,
Right.
and he did it at a couple different weights. He had such perfect technique for a big guy.
He did, yes. Then went on to wrestle at Drexel, the NCAA qualifier.
Of course, we had the Poors recently, both cousins 4-timers.
Yeah, that's probably the first family of 4.
We have a 4-timer here tonight.
Yeah, Kurt Howe coaching for the Smyrna Eagles.
Undefeated 4-timer.
Yep. Him, Steve Machinelli, was undefeated at Sussex Central. 3-timer because he could not wrestle in the 9th grade.
Keep working. Red, warning. Red, work up down there. Don't just
Was
stay
he
down
around
there.
your
Work
ear
up.
now? He's older than you, right?
Yeah, he's 6, 7 years older than me.
Chest on, chest on.
They always talk about that team. Joe Booth.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and
armbar over, and that's a pin for Stratton.
that's how you know it's really deep when that pin comes
That quick.
that quick. Yeah, he just landed perfectly.
So we're going to move to 126. We expect to see Murray and Coates, battle of 2 ranked wrestlers.
You know, just to tie a bow on the Malachi Stratton, could not be more impressed with that young man and the way he's wrestling and what he's developed. Excellent job.
Puts the Knights up 17-0.
126, Sussex.
And here comes Warren Coates. So we're going to get the matchup we wanted.
You know, and this can be a potential semifinals in the,
Gentlemen, shake hands, have a good match.
individual states or possibly a conference final, so you might see it again. So we didn't know. Sometimes, you know, coaches are reluctant to let them wrestle
Well,
too many times.
This could be a tough for both of them to get to the finals. This is the weight class Coates is at for Caesar Rodney at 126.
Let it go. He's up.
Yeah, so they could see each other in the semis.
This could
or-
be a semi, yeah, possibly.
Yeah, possibly. A 2-3.
Murray is a senior and 27-7 this season. Coates 16-10, junior.
You know, and speaking of Copes just put together a great season this year. He's just wrestling on all cylinders from Caesar Rodney. So this is a good little weight class here,
This is.
126.
It's got, I think, 4 Henley Open Conference wrestlers in the rankings.
Ready? Top man's on.
You know, Henley Open Conference dominated, you know, maybe for like a span of, 10 years?
10 years or so, yeah.
And then you're really seeing the pendulum switch back upstate. Now things have kind of evened out a little bit.
Coates comes out, gets the one.
He's up.
Really good
2 to
job.
1.
Good job by Coach. One of the things I've always been impressed about him, he's got excellent hips, good scrambling ability. He wrestles through the positions. Hard-nosed kid.
2 to 1 lead for Murray. And on, as I say that, Coates gets in on a shot on a low single. Minute to go here in the first period.
Yeah, Murray's got him tied up pretty good.
Be smart.
No,
Both
no.
guys work through it.
I think we're going to see a stalemate in our future here.
Yeah.
Stalemate.
And there it is. 2 to 1 lead for Murray.
This would be a big takedown here. Could go a long way to deciding the match.
Attempts to go 2-on-1, but Murray takes a quick double leg shot. Ray, you talked about the hips, and there they are.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about Copes. He's just really got great hips.
You're still neutral.
I mean, he was dead to rights, butt on the mat.
We're okay. We're okay. Stale. Up.
And another stalemate. 23 to go on the restart. We're on our feet. 2 to 1 lead for Chase Murray.
I love that call, stalemate. Hey, it's 23 seconds left. Give him a shot to get a takedown here. There's no progression on the movement. You know, let's stand him up and keep it rolling.
Chase Murray ranked number 3 in the state in this weight class. Warren Coates ranked number 6. There's a takedown for Murray and the back.
Yeah, Murray had that body whizzer.
Green near fall.
And he picks up 3 near fall.
Choice is green first.
Yeah, that little peek out may have been ill-advised. He was
ill-advised.
tight.
You got 7, right? 7-1. Yep.
But I think Murray a little bit baited him into it because he
What do you
kind of
wanna
let off a little bit, kind of
Right.
let off the pressure.
Green to first, to
Coach
red.
tried to peek out, and then he put him on his back.
Down. Red down.
I think you might look back on that last 10 seconds of the 1st period and say that was, you know,
Top man's on.
5-point swing.
Here we go, second period. Coates goes bottom. And that 5 there, that's
That's big.
very well could be the difference in this match as it progresses,
What?
as Coates gets an escape. Because Coates has been in on a couple takedowns, just couldn't finish.
He's also had a couple scrambles where
Right.
he was close to coming out on top. So, you know, once you get to the high level like this where it's 2 ranked guys wrestling, sometimes it's that That's that slight advantage that makes a difference, victory or loss.
On the edge.
He almost did it again.
Yeah. Out of bounds. Minute 23 when we come back. 7-2 lead for Chase Murray.
You got to break that grip before you peek out there. That's something they might be able to clean up, you know, on the. So Sussex Central looking every bit the number 1, Benny.
Yeah. Oh, here it comes, looking near side cradle.
There you go. Got a limp arm out of that.
We're okay here.
He might potentially dangerous this. He's looking hard.
We're stalemated.
I was always fine with the stalemate if I felt like I was going to be taken down. But I think in this position, both these guys don't hate it.
50 to go here in the second period, and we're going to get that stalemate.
Yeah, once that whizzer starts to slip out, Murray's in a little bit of trouble. No one's going anywhere.
Try to get through him.
7-2 lead for Chase Murray. Big 5-point throw there in the first period.
You know, Murray's another one. He's a senior this year, and we've seen him wrestle for a long time, and he is dramatically improved over his 4 years in high school.
25 to go on the edge, and we're going to go out of bounds.
You know, he's really come out to be a complete wrestler now.
Coach's got to find a way to get through this front headlock, Scott. He's been on 3 shots. Murray immediately goes that front headlock. Coach is not able to get through it.
Yeah, Murray's defense is
straight
really
on
strong,
double.
and you know, coach has got to be like, look, this is my shot. I'm going to keep doing it. You keep stopping it, then that's how it's going to be.
This time he hits a straight on double.
Not yet.
Oh,
Not yet.
Good funk by Murray. He's got to elevate. He's got to get high.
And that's how the period's going to end. 7-2.
You hit the nail on the head. I mean,
Down, 3 down.
coach, great shots, great straight on shots. Just Murray's defense is just too strong for him to get through.
Bottom man set. Okay, top cover.
So Murray will go bottom position.
Good stand-up by Murray. Coach looking for the mat return.
Gives it to the edge and brings it back down. Minute 51 when we get back to the center.
3 still down, red's on top.
Cheerleaders flinched just a little bit on that.
Bottom man gets set. Ready? Top man cover.
Murray doing a good job clearing his arm and getting up on the stand-up. Coach. That's the kind of chain wrestling you like to see. Coaches just preach that. As soon as you turn, you're ready to go. Let's get on your offense. No standing around. Let's get on your shot right away.
Minute 30 to go.
Don't put it there. Don't put it there. Russell, throw it. Stale. No same position.
And we're going to stalemate.
Yeah, he didn't
and
want
no change on the position. Murray's going to go back down.
He didn't want him to inadvertently
put it into a scissors,
put
right?
it into a scissors, yeah.
Top man cover.
Because if it's a scissors, it's 1 point for Murray. But if you deliberately do it to yourself.
Right.
Nothing yet.
Coach tries to lock up a cradle. Might get a low leg.
There it is. Oh.
We're okay.
It's like Murray squirmed out of it.
He's okay.
He used his head to brace himself on the mat.
Yeah, we're going to potentially dangerous here. Minute 4 to go on the restart. Murray's stingy.
He is, and you can feel Coach really feels like he needs something big here. He's down 5 points, so, you know, kind of taking some big chances.
Top man cover.
But that 5-point move at the end of the first, really the difference in this match.
No, caution. Reset. Ready, top. Go ahead, yes. Yep. You're okay.
Yeah, I thought maybe Warm Coach was going to play it safe at the end of the first, but he did not.
No.
He's not playing it
Oh,
safe
he's got a cradle
either.
here.
Yeah, he's got the cradle.
Murray goes flat.
Coach is hip to hip. He's not in bad position.
No, he's not. 50 to go.
He's got to dig it out a little bit here. Gave Murray a little bit too long to get set, to brace himself, but what's he got to do, knock him over onto his hip?
I think you got to get crazy here now, try to go roll through.
Yeah.
35 to go. You're down 5.
Yeah, you might as well.
okay here. All the fingers.
Yeah, coach is yelling he's going to roll. Yeah, I think he's going to break that grip right here. He's got both hands on it.
Work through it. Work through the position.
Yeah, there he goes. He broke it. Yeah, that
13 to go.
That cradle was probably coach's best opportunity here in this match.
And, oh, it's a little too late. 1 second to go.
A little too late and a little too out of bounds.
Right.
Good match, really what we were hoping to see. Two ranked guys just putting it all on the line.
Ready? Top
Murray
hands on.
looks like he's going to come out ahead 7-2.
And that's how it's going to end. 7-2 lead. Put 3 on the board for
Nice match, fellas.
the Golden Knights. They're going to move to 132. Should see number 1 ranked Evan Cordry
Yeah,
and Donald Smith.
Cordry looks ready to go. He's a junior. 32-4. Number 1 ranked. He's had a couple tough matches this year in state.
Yeah. (20-0) is the team score.
132 Sussex.
So far, no surprises.
No.
The Golden Knights putting it on Smyrna so far.
Okay, guys, have a good match. Shake hands.
And we're underway.
Donald Smith, a junior, he's 14-8. He's got his hands full with Evan Cordry, number 1 ranked in Delaware. He's the second of 2 number 1 ranked guys.
Not yet. Not yet. Green, 2. No, we're off.
Picks up an early takedown, 18 seconds in.
Set. Top man covered.
Cordry real good on top. Smith game though. Looking to get up on his feet and peel and turn and face him, but he's having a little bit of a hard time. Cordry's riding him hard.
Oh, Dave was able to get out, turn the hips. Just needs to get that leg free. Cordry doing a good job. Crawls right back up. No change. 2-0 lead for Evan Cordry.
Cordry with the good legs too. He rides, does that cross body ride real
A little
good.
high 4, yeah.
Yeah.
High 4 here with Cordry is where he's tough.
Really tough on top.
There was some discussion in the rankings at 32 where even though he took a loss to Foster from St. Mark's, he's got 3 wins over him already. So
It becomes the body of work as time goes on.
yeah, exactly.
But, you know, if it's your kid, it's tough to be like, hey, you beat him, I want my ranking.
Oh no, his
but
dad never said a word. It came from somewhere else.
Yeah. I just mean in general,
Yeah,
you know what
absolutely.
I mean? Like,
And we would have seen those 2 again last Friday night, but again, St. Mark's and Sussex Central unable to wrestle that match.
was it a COVID issue or flu?
I don't
or
know.
what?
I haven't gotten. I just heard injuries and kids sick, and
Do they tell the announcers that kind of stuff or not? No, no.
I don't hear a lot of stuff like that. I hear a lot, but not a lot of stuff like that. So that's the end of the first period. Cordry up 2-0. As we count down 3, 2, 1,
Good choice.
and we move to the
Top
second.
out of neutral or defer. Red. Red defers. Green. We're down. Green down. Set. Top man cover.
So Cordry goes bottom, comes right to his feet. Davis puts the leg in on the right side.
Go. Potentially dangerous. Let it go.
And we're going to get a potentially dangerous out of that.
Davis put together a good first period. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at. You know, gave up a takedown, didn't get turned. Coming into the second period,
He's going to have to
Down
do some
2-0.
work here. He's the top guy, and he's down on the leg.
you know, watching Cordry for a long time.
Still red control. No change.
Tough in every
Red still in
position.
control here.
2-time state place winner.
You know, looking it to be this year for him to win the state title, and
Green. Reversal.
like
And
you
he gets
said,
the reversal.
like you said, he split some matches with
Keep
Foster.
this bar clean. Do it the right way.
It's 3-1 against him, but
Keep it clean. Keep it legal.
They'll see each other possibly one more time in the state finals. They should be on opposite sides of the bracket.
Yeah, they should be 1 and 2. What was the year that they had the most controversial one?
Last year, Luke Bender.
That was it, Luke Bender. He was
Hadn't been. He was defending state champ. Took a year off due to injury. Hadn't lost a match in Delaware, and gets the 3rd seed.
Did he get the 3rd or the 5th? I think
No, he's the 3rd. No, he's 3rd.
That was the 3rd, yeah. There was another one too. I think it was Spore and.
Yeah, that was a crazy weight class. That was a whole bunch of things going on there.
Was it Norris? No.
No, it was Spore. I can't remember who the kid was from DMA.
Oh, the kid from
It was DMA.
Oh, it was from DMA, yeah. And they had a really.
They met in the first round.
Yeah, they had a really crazy first.
No, it was
yeah.
Carabao. You're right. It was Carabao. Going for the fall here is Cordry. 27 seconds.
John.
Antonio.
That's who it was, John Antonio.
They met in the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Finished 1st and 3rd.
That match had everyone on their feet. And Cordry looking to finish him off here. He's only got
6
6
seconds.
seconds. Tough to scoop the head in this position, but that's what he's got to do to get the shoulders down.
He's going to get the 3 back and go up 7-0. And we'll move to the 3rd period.
Choice where you want to be. Red.
Yeah, sometimes
Neutral.
when you're wrestling a
Neutral.
high-level guy like this, they
Here we go,
just
back on
keep the
feet.
pressure on. They just keep coming at you. A little clock malfunction.
And quick. Mike Hardnett quicker than the timekeeper. Underway here in the 3rd period.
Mike Hartnett doing a really good job here tonight. I mean, just real clear and concise with everything.
That's a takedown for Cordry. Goes up 9-0. So kind of slowly got the major decision, 2-0 at the end of the first, but Cordry just kept moving forward and putting the pressure on him.
Yeah, and Cordry not super flashy, but just real solid and consistent, and keeps moving forward, keeps the momentum going, building towards as a major, building towards a tech.
Minute 19 to go here in the 3rd period.
Green action on top. Both guys, stay after it.
Talking about some of the other 4-timers, Brown, right, from Delmar or Laurel?
Both.
Both, yeah.
Let's go, get after it.
I think you told me that story that Kurt Howe went down, bumped up. They were both 4-timers, and Kurt Howe teched them.
They end up both being 4-timers, yeah.
They both ended up being 4-timers. So when people talk about, hey, how good was Kurt Howe, he was pretty good.
He tech-falled another 4-timer.
He tech-falled. Not only was he a 4-timer, he tech-falled another 4-timer.
$33 to go here.
One of the big stories in Delaware wrestling this year is the reemergence of St. Mark's.
Right.
Keep working here. Keep working.
Number 1 ranked in Division II. And a stalemate with 23 seconds.
It's hard to believe, a couple years ago they could barely fill a lineup, and
I lost to Seaford like 3 years ago.
lost to Seaford.
Go ahead.
And talk about some of those teams they had. I mean, I think they had 8 guys in the finals.
Early 2000s, 2010.
Yeah, they were nationally ranked.
Right.
Won the Virginia Duels. National Coach of the Year.
Major decision coming for Evan Cordry here, the top-ranked wrestler in his weight.
Red, you got a second warning. 1 green.
And that's going to make it 10-0.
Let it go. He's up. Come up clean. Give me a good handshake. Good match.
So major decision 10-0 for Evan Cordry. He moves to 138 pounds.
We'll call that a workmanlike victory.
It was. It was very, I'd say
Methodical.
methodical. There's a good word.
And meticulous, too. He really didn't make any mistakes, just wrestled a real perfect match. Very, very good job by that young man.
This is Talon Savage. And I believe for this will be Victor Hernandez Bryant.
Yeah, Talon Savage, he's a senior, 18-5.
Okay, guys, shake hands. Have a good match.
He's got Victor Hernandez Bryant. He's a sophomore, 7-14. Talon Savage wasted no time going right to work. Beautiful little setup. First takedown. Looking to sink a bar. He's got a half in the bar.
Keep the bar legal. Keep the bar legal. Keep the bar
Which
legal.
is always good for
Oh,
stretch.
deep half and a
Yeah.
bar, the big cookie
The
they
big
call
cookie. You like that big cookie.
it. I like any cookie.
Big, small, whatever.
Right.
Keep the bar legal.
I had my eyes on. I was thinking they were going to have Chick-fil-A here tonight.
Yeah, they usually do, yeah.
Yeah.
Guess
But-
right now you're headed on the way home.
I guess
There's
so.
one right down the street.
I know.
Yeah, we're not there. We're not there.
Looking for the tilt. Here is Savage.
We're not there. We're not there. One.
Sussex Central looking sharp.
Got a one.
Talon Savage. Not a lot of drop off from from the beginning, from 106 to here. Just straight killers straight through for Sussex Central. One after the other.
24-0 is our team score.
And it could be worse.
Yeah.
Just great chain wrestling there from one position to the other for Talon Savage.
They come trying to run a bar.
He's a little high on that bar, or low, you know, he's got to get up a little more close to the shoulder. They tell you to bury that shoulder in that ear, right in the,
Yep.
right
See,
in
a
the
lot
ear.
of people try to run around the head, and it just gets loose, and we're going to go out of bounds. 9.6 on the restart. Talon Savage with the 2-0 lead.
Top man's on.
Coach Aaron Harris moved his lineup all around. Bryant was at 32.
Coach Aaron Harris with some real good teams in his first few years here, just loaded.
Stop. Please, got twist first.
He's going to move us to the second period. Savage with the 2-0 lead.
Guys like Weist,
Down.
Gianpietro, Natacolas.
Savage ranked number 2 in the state at 138 pounds behind the number 1 ranked 3-time state champ Eddie Radicke of Caravel.
There's a guy that they always forget about. I don't forget about him. It was J.T. Davis from
Up Lehigh.
Smyrna. Yeah, went to Lehigh.
One.
Some of the great guys
Oh, inside
that
trip.
come through.
Nice inside trip by Savage. Gets the takedown, looking for the fall.
Savage looks really quick and striking like lightning here.
Keep the bar legal.
Real
Same
aggressive
set.
through these
Same
positions.
position.
He's been working.
Two back, 7-0.
He's been working that bar religiously this whole match.
One, two, yep. Hold two.
Little hazard roll there by
Two nears.
Good for 2.
Savage. Gets 2 more.
That pushes it to 9-0.
Nice show. Why they're ranked number 1 right now. They're up 24-0.
Yeah, I know Smyrna's a little undermanned, but Sussex
Don't crank
Central,
it, don't crank it, don't crank it.
Murderers Row, really
Yeah,
impressive.
they're right now in the meat of their order.
Looking forward to 157, a battle of 2 really good football players.
2 good linebackers, right?
2 good linebackers, Brandon West and Justin Negron.
One, two, yep. Three, hold
Savage
two.
picking up more swipes.
Same position.
Of course, Sussex Central still has highly ranked Gabe Cannon coming up. He's a senior, 29-3, ranked number 2.
And he's ranked number 2 behind Luke Spoor, defending state champ.
A little bit of controversy because Spore's kind of been out since Beast, and
And nobody's beat him, though.
nobody's beat him. So, you know, and until you hear, hey, this guy's out for the season, he keeps his ranking.
Yep. I was told by a very good source he is coming back.
Was that me or somebody else?
It was not you.
Oh, okay, good.
But you have a source.
Yeah, I
You have a
do,
St.
but I
Mark
don't
source.
reveal any of my sources. What you tell me, I keep it quiet.
Trying to run another bar here, 4 to go.
One, two,
And he's going to pick up 2 more. 13-0 lead for Talon Savage.
Talon really just putting the points up on the board here.
Savage also an excellent baseball player.
Bench is neutral.
Outfielder?
Plays all around.
I'll have to check that out this
Good
year.
hitter, has great speed.
Stop.
And there's a tech fall for Talon Savage.
Talon Savage.
The Knights go up 30 or 29-0.
Talon Savage put on a clinic here. A little bit of everything.
That's going to move us to 144. And out comes John Rovillard. Injured at the Canal Classic. This is his first match back.
144 Sussex, John Goodell, Smyrna, Corey Pierce.
And this is going to be Corey Pierce,
Hey guys,
freshman
have a good match. Shake hands.
for Smyrna. So here we go, underway at 144. Pierce, 4-9 on the season. A freshman. Rovillard, a sophomore, 23-11.
You know, looking through Sussex Central lineup, as loaded as they are, they only have 4 seniors in the lineup.
Right. They're big ones, though.
Yeah, they are.
Savage, Murray, Cannon, and I believe Steele.
Oh!
Out of bounds, no score, 1:26 when we get back to the center.
Ready? Ready?
Got to know the Sussex Central athletes real good this year. We did a bunch of their football
Football,
games.
yeah.
This is our first wrestling match for them.
Anybody ever ask why I do a lot of Sussex Central football? Good internet. Good internet, good football. Good combination.
The other thing is their press box is pretty nice.
Yes, it is. And that's a takedown for Rovillard.
The other thing is, you know, you got Joe Booth and John Marvel.
Get entertainment.
You get entertainment. No extra charge.
Hazard tilt by Rovillard, getting a couple swipes. And gets 2 more.
Keep it clean.
4-0 lead for Rovillard here. We're at 144.
We're all easy. We're all. Raise down.
Pierce, a good-looking freshman there.
Mhm.
Top man's on.
He wrestles hard, too.
One.
And there's an escape and out of bounds for Pierce.
Ready?
2-1, 25 seconds to go.
Pierce trying to stop this 6-match run.
Arm drag by Rovillard gets 2.
I like the way Rovillard switched his feet on that one. Great arm drag. Had Pierce leaning in. Uses momentum against him.
And then he gets the 1 swipe there.
Red's choice first.
So active first period. We're going to move to the second.
Red to first, the green. Green choice. Down.
Rovillard, it will take bottom. 2 minutes on the clock. 144 pounds. Sussex Central leads 30-0.
Rovillard looking in great
Top man
shape. Even
covered.
though he's missed a few matches, he's doesn't seem like his conditioning took a hit.
And Granby roll and out. Escape for Rovillard. He goes up 7-1.
So many times with Granby roll, you see it and you're like, please don't do that.
Right.
His was nice. That was a nice Granby roll. Got up, got height, got elevation. Beautiful shot.
And gets a takedown. 9-1 leads. Built a major decision and we're out of bounds.
Over coming out firing. He's keeping this murderer's row going. Looking to pick up the 7th match in a row for Sussex Central.
Top man's on.
They're looking every bit the #1 ranking. Like we said, Smyrna with a chance to get into the top 5 with a match against William Penn this weekend. They might have to go back to the drawing board a little bit after tonight.
Pierce comes to his feet and gets the escape. 9-2 lead. Takes a shot. Rovillard blocks it and gets the takedown.
Rovillard wrestling great, but you gotta like Pierce's motor. Moving forward. He's in trouble here, though.
Minute 8 to go here. Center of the mat.
That might be it.
And there's the fall for the Golden Knights.
Great match.
36-0.
Great match by John Rovillard. I mean,
Great match, guys. Give me a good handshake.
came out and did exactly what he needed to do for his team. So we talked about at the beginning of the match, some people thought this was going to be a blowout.
And starting to head that way.
They were right.
Right.
Those people, whoever they are, they were right.
We're going to move to 150 pounds. We should see Justin Craig for Sussex Central and Ricardo Camacho.
A lot of smiles on the Sussex Central bench right now. Justin Craig, a junior, he's 22 and 13. He's taking on Ricardo Camacho. He's a senior, 12 and 10.
Have a good match. Shake hands.
And we're underway at 150. Scott, apparently Camacho has the keys to the weight room. This kid's slapped together.
I watched this I watched his match against Caesar Rodney. I was pretty impressed with him. He came out on the wrong side of the ledger on that match,
Right.
but he had some really great movements, and looked like a guy that was still putting it all together. And he's a senior. He might be dangerous in conferences.
Right.
He could be a sleeper pick.
And one of these guys you better watch out for, right?
Let's go center. Keep it right here in the 10-foot circle. Stay right here.
Approaching a minute to go here in the first period. Golden Knights on a roll.
Go right there in the center and wrestle. Wrestle right in the center.
They're
Work your way
basically
back to
6
the middle.
points away from locking this up, Scott. Nice double leg by Craig.
Camacho's got good hips, though. Did a good job getting them back.
Oh, nice little backspin, gets out of it. On the edge. And we're out of bounds with 48 seconds.
Yeah, Camacho's got some good natural ability and looks real strong.
45 to go here, first period. No score at 150 pounds. The Golden Knights lead the duel 36-0, and Camacho's in on a single leg.
Craig looking to fight it off. Good defense.
Yeah, a little body lock there by Craig.
Had a little bit of a body whizzer for a minute. Now looking to cross face. Cross face, lift the ankle.
And they end up getting this takedown.
How many kids have you taught that to, Ben?
Right. Takedown for Justin Craig. He goes up 2-0. And we're out of bounds.
Set, red. Look up at me. Smyrna. I got blood time, red. Blood time, red. It's on your nose right here. Yep.
So we go to blood time.
Blood time, blood time.
My favorite thing on the other night when we did a match, and
It's only going to be a second. He's just
referee was like, it's just his lip bleeding.
Right, yeah, we're good. Just wipe it off.
Yeah, it's just his lip. And I think he said, I don't think it's that much blood. Come on,
Right,
you're
right.
all right, yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Coming up next Wednesday night will be Matt Side in Felton when the Lake Forest Spartans host the Laurel Bulldogs. Last 2 years, that match has decided the conference. It's going to be that way again this year.
Yeah, looking
Good.
back to
Cut
all the
blood
matches
time,
we've done,
clean
Benny,
up.
my favorite still was Milford,
All right.
Laurel, in
12
Laurel.
seconds. Red, you're still
It
Yes.
was
on.
a blackout. Remember, they had all
Literal blackout. We
Yeah.
couldn't see. We had to upload the match later.
the, yeah, and
Couldn't
they,
get on the internet.
they all had the glow sticks.
Yep.
And the kid that hadn't won a match all year
Got a pin in
got
overtime.
a pin in overtime against a good kid,
Right.
and Laurel won.
And just as he's about to get a count, time runs out. We're going to move to the second period.
Green choice first.
What year was that, you think?
Green to first to red. Red choice. Top bottom
16,
neutral.
17?
I want to say
Down.
it's been at least 5 years ago.
Was it
man
during
set.
the day?
Okay, top.
No, it was a nighttime
It was a
match.
nighttime match.
But we got there and
It was pitch black
it was,
dark. I remember.
yeah, it had, and the light on the mat was red.
That's right.
The video was horrible because it was the fluorescent red lights, and we were back in the corner.
They had a DJ. Everyone
Yeah.
was screaming.
They had a dog, not a real dog, but the lighted dog projected on the mat, running all around the mat. The camera couldn't follow it, kept following it. It was a crazy night.
And what was the name of that coach? Jesse?
Jesse Land?
Jesse, yeah. He did a great job.
There's
over
a
there.
count here for Craig.
2, yup.
He's got to watch his own back.
Out. 2
Comes
near
out of
fall.
bounds and gets 2 near fall. 4-0 lead for Justin Craig.
Justin Craig wrestling great. And, sometimes when you're just surrounded by high-level guys,
Right.
it helps you in the room.
Top hands on.
I
They
think
call iron sharpening iron.
one of the knocks on Sussex Central over the years is that the guys were not in shape. And I'll tell you what, that's not the case this year.
All right,
These guys are in
can't score from
shape.
there because there's a locked hands.
One red, tech, locked hands. Set.
Minute 18 on our restart here. Locked hands on Craig. Makes it 4-1. Trying to get a bar and a half here, but keeps losing the bar.
Yeah, Camacho just too strong to get that bar in. Craig's going back to the half.
.52 to go here, second period. We're at 150 pounds. And goes with the hazard roll and gets the swipes. Maybe a pin.
Yeah, he was stuck for a second. There he is.
But it takes two, and there's the pin. And Scott, that is the poor seal coating. Seal the deal. Match of the night. That puts Sussex Central up to 42.
Craig really wrestled great. I mean, probably one of the better matches I've seen him wrestle. I feel like he's starting to put it all together.
So the Knights have wrapped up the duel, 42 points. Well, not technically, right? I guess they got to shave one somewhere.
So here we come, the 157 pounds, Justin Negron. He's
Battle
a
of the
senior.
linebackers.
That's right, battle of the linebackers, 16 and 11.
Negron, all-state linebacker for the Sussex Central Golden Knights. Brandon West. I guess Brandon West may have technically been a defensive end.
Yeah, he played defensive end. He actually played. They moved him around a little bit on the line. He played a little bit interior line too. He had a great season.
He gets after people.
He did. He had a great season.
Negron, what would we say, 130-some tackles this year?
He had so many tackles in the games we did.
Right.
I was just like,
shot by Negron. A little thigh pry in there by West, and we're back to our feet.
These are two real solid wrestlers. Neither guy's in the rankings right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if either one of them plays or both of them.
Right. They're both they're on the bubble.
They're veterans.
West basically just hasn't had the match yet. He hasn't seen any of the top guys. I mean, he's 20-8 on the season. And Negron, 16 and 11. Straight on double by Negron. Negron's brother was a state champ, wrestling at Castleton College now, up in the Vermont area.
He had a really dominant year.
His junior year.
Yeah.
Rolling cement mixer by West, and that's just not going to work. Takedown for Negron. Well, not yet. Yeah, get him to no back.
West just did not let go of that head in a timely fashion.
West was like, go hard or go home. on that
Yeah,
one.
he's like, once you're committed to that deep, you might as well just stay with it. Yeah, because he lost his senior year, right?
Yes.
Grown. Yeah. But his junior year, man, he was so dominant.
$15 to go here in the first period at 157 pounds.
Did Griffith knock him off, or did
No.
the kid that went to Harvard?
I think you're right. Sally's kid.
Yeah.
And gets the escape right at the buzzer.
Choice red. Choice red first. Top, bottom, neutral, defer. You want to go bottom? Red says bottom. Red says bottom. Set.
2-1's the score. West goes bottom.
Grom with a really good tight waist. Jumped across. And West has his head down on the mat. He's got to get that up, start moving.
Negron grinding on top.
Action, guys, both guys.
Yeah, I was going to say West has his head in the mat. He's going to, but
Got one
he
red,
brings up,
neutral.
gets the escape. It's 2-2.
I think this match is everything that we could have
Yeah,
hoped for.
two
so
warriors
far.
here. I mean, these guys are going to go.
they could potentially see each other a few more times also.
I guess state duels have conferences coming up.
Individual states.
Ooh, just as they go out of bounds. You got to finish strong and hard on West. He's gonna roll you through.
You could see that prolific tackling skills with that double. I mean, it like perfectly translates.
.52 to go here in the second period. Sussex Central Golden Knights 42, the Smyrna Eagles 0. And I think the Knights have Slazianum coming up before they finish. I guess Caesar Rodney left, Laurel, and I believe Slazianum.
Yeah, we had this match as really a toss-up, and then Smyrna's favored.
Another straight-on double by Negron.
In 3 of the next 5.
Funk attempt by West, gets the height, gets the takedown, goes up 4-2.
20 seconds left. West trying to keep him flat, but Negron scoring here could really change the tenor of the third period, make it a 1-point match. West high, real high, recovers. Looking to punch that through.
Time going to run out. We're going to move to the third. 4-2 lead, and Negron wants to go neutral.
Can't argue with that.
No.
Especially you got ridden out the last 25, 30 seconds of the period. Let's go on your feet. You got 2 takedowns. West was in the finals at the Milford Invitational.
He was up at 165 then.
That's right. Oh,
another funk. Another takedown for West.
That makes it 6-2 for West.
He's got that I score attitude. You shoot, I score attitude.
So
back-to-back takedowns. He goes up 6-2.
So far, this is Smyrna's best opportunity to pick up a match.
Right.
They haven't won one yet tonight.
Both guys, show action here. You got plenty of time left. Still a whole minute in this period. Get after it.
Sussex Central ripped off 8 wins in a row here. They're up 41-0. Jesse Dixon up next for Smyrna. They have number 6 ranked Tegan Grotowski.
Yeah.
And number 4 ranked Chichi Yuli.
One of my favorite high school wrestlers in the state of Chichi Yuli.
I mean, he burst on the scene and instant crowd favorite.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, and you talk to him, always happy, always in a good mood. Remember that interview you did with him? That was a good one.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. He's just happy to be there, happy to be winning. He thanked everybody. He's come a long way, though.
Yes,
He's really improved.
now he's number 4 ranked heavyweight in the state.
Yeah.
Also was key on the Smyrna football team.
Easy, keep it clean. We're okay.
He had a great year.
We're okay here. Stop, let it go. He's up.
And that's it. That's going to be final. Brandon West gets the first win for Smyrna
Give me a good shake.
with the 6-2 decision. And that's going to move us to 165.
Jesse Dixon, he's a senior, 16-9. He's wrestling Maddox Roberts, a sophomore, 6-1 for Sussex Central. Sussex Central favored in the next match. They got Gabe Cannon. He's number 2. 190, we got Smyrna favored. Tegan Grotowski. We're going to call the toss-up at 2:15. 2 juniors with 500 records.
And we're underway at 165. Dixon bumped up to wrestle his cousin the other night.
Great match.
Makes for a great Thanksgiving, doesn't it?
And they've wrestled a few times. Didn't they wrestle?
Yeah, they wrestled in the finals of the Milford Invitational.
Yeah. There were 3 Dixons in that match.
So technically that was the poor seal the deal match of the night. Sussex Central shaving points there with the decision to double leg straight on by
Out of
Dixon.
bounds,
They
let it
go
go.
out of bounds.
Up.
And they put the lead out of reach. Me and Dan Rigby doing the match Monday night. We're discussing the Smyrna CR rivalry and the two cousins on the mat. You know, he says that when you slap on the CR or the Smyrna singlet, you take that chance. But the best part was the two dads went to Dover.
Yeah, that's what you were saying. Yeah. Dover had some powerhouse teams.
90s, yes, sir, under Harry Rigby.
The other guy whose dad went to Dover was defending heavyweight state champion.
Denegris.
Denegris,
Yeah.
Chris Denegris.
Nice head-on shot by Dixon.
Control. Red's got two here.
Got to
Red
two.
two.
Get your wrist back.
One of the better Dover wrestlers, Jamel Jones,
Get your wrist back.
ended up being a
Yep.
junior college national champ. Fought MMA.
And he's still fighting MMA. I think he's getting a little old for that, but.
I wasn't going to say that. I'm pushing it myself.
Oh, I'm too old for it. I'm way past all that.
Then he went to New Jersey. Remember, he
Yeah.
won the state title. Then he went to New Jersey, lost in the finals, and then
came back.
won the state title.
2-0 lead for Jesse Dixon. Time running out here in the first period.
And he was somehow related or worked out with the Burrows and
Yes.
and those guys.
Well, I think he went to Winslow when he was up there.
He went to Winslow, yeah.
And Roberts gets the escape. 2-1.
Still wrestling, still wrestling.
And time runs out. We're going to move to the second period with a 2-1 lead for Jesse Dixon.
Green defers to red. They defer to you. Top, bottom, neutral. Down. Red down. Red down. Bottom man, get set. Okay, top man cover. Back off, top. Back off on his elbow. Don't hook it, right? Come right on the elbow. Caution. Reset.
Now, one of the things about having the mic reffed up, I think the fans can get a little better feel for it.
Right.
You know what the
Well,
thinking of the
biggest
ref
thing,
is.
you're right, exactly. Especially when on the stall
Yeah.
calls. Dixon looking to get the reversal. Has a near side cradle locked up. Has the two.
That's tight.
Now looking for the fall.
Plenty of time. He's got to get under that arm. Oh.
And
Good
Roberts
job
gets
by
out.
Roberts.
Yes.
Now, Roberts a little outgunned here, but
Putting up the fight.
he's putting up the fight, putting up the good fight.
4-1's the score. That pole's right my way.
Locked
Oh, near far side cradle.
Dixon was looking for that cradle the whole time, and Roberts just stood up for him to hit it. That pushes it to 6-1.
Under a minute to go here, second period. Smyrna's starting to turn it on, but it's just too little too late. Maybe they should have started in the middle of the match.
There you go. Dixon's just happy not to see his cousin out there
That's right.
after the match last week.
That's got to be tough. That in a big rivalry like that, you have to go one-on-one with your cousin.
Well, in D3 last year, they had the match where
The brothers.
that's right.
Under 30 to go. 6-1 lead for Jesse Dixon.
The older brother won, thank God. Otherwise,
Right.
can you imagine?
And 5 to go here in the period. Dixon just relentless on top, Scott. That's going to move us to the third.
Dixon wrestling a really good match. I know he's probably thinking some bonus points and
Top. Where you want to be?
I
Green
tell you
chooses
what,
top. Red, you're down.
big, tall guy like that takes top. I know he's looking for a cradle.
again, I've been really impressed with Sussex Central's
Top man, Nolan.
conditioning.
Yes.
Think back to some of the teams they've had. Always talented, but well-conditioned was never something I
Right.
used to describe those
Exactly.
teams. And this team, I will say,
Extremely talented.
is extremely talented and in extremely good shape. And really good sportsmen, too.
Minute 35 to go, third period. Switch attempt by Dixon, gets it.
And
Goes up 8-1.
Schulte won one state title.
Two.
Back to back?
No. One in his last year in 17.
Yeah, I remember that one.
I can't remember when the other one was.
The year that Batista beat Corey Lawson.
Right. That would have been around.
That was 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of bounds? So he must have won one more after that.
Corey Lawson was 2
He
times
won it the
state
year he
champ.
retired.
Yeah, I think that must have been 7. No.
Green down.
If anyone knows that, put that in there. But they definitely won in 17 because they bumped up.
It wasn't back-to-back because they upset Smyrna in 17, and then CR upset Smyrna in 2018.
That's right.
Green, bottom mid. I got a warning. Green.
Warning stall on Roberts. 8-1 lead for Jesse Dixon.
Yeah, so far not a major. Dixon doing a good job, but Roberts just defending just enough.
Still red, no change.
No one.
Red's still in control here. Still red.
Dixon was hoping to cut him to get the major and take him down, but
Shot back in too soon. But
yeah.
he has a chance for a low leg cradle here. If he can crack him down.
No change yet. Still got red.
And he's got him cracked down. Here he comes out on top.
He's got 15 seconds to get the backs. Roberts looking to belly out. He's got that ankle.
Under 10.
Not giving up.
And not going to get the backs, but he is going to get the 8-1 decision.
Dixon put together a nice little match, but Roberts game enough not to give up the bonus points. And that moves us to 175.
Where we're going to see number 2 ranked Gabe Cannon.
He's a senior, 29-3.
41-6 is our team score.
He's going to take on either Jeremiah Heath or Jose Washington. Probably could wrestle them both.
So here comes Cannon. Quarterback for the Golden Knights.
Kind of a surprise quarterback, too. They really weren't thinking that coming in, but he put together a great year.
And freshman Jeremiah Heath comes out.
Okay, guys, have a good match. Shake hands.
Jeremiah Heath. He's a freshman, 3-8, wrestling the varsity. I watched him wrestle a little bit, too. I think he's got a lot of potential.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Harris only with one senior in this lineup.
Takedown for Cannon.
Strike that, too. So Smyrna's young. The problem is so Sussex Central.
Yeah. Oh, it runs the arm bar and the wrist.
A lot of bars tonight out of the Sussex
That's
Central
gonna be a
Golden
pin.
Knights. Yeah, he lifts up on that. It's over.
And there it is. Pin for Gabe Cannon.
And we're moving right along here tonight,
It's going
Benny.
to make it a quick night, yes.
I might make Chick-fil-A. Gotta see what time they close.
Well, tell him to hold on for me.
I'll text them.
Right.
I'll DoorDash him and have him meet you outside. But Smyrna, famous for their Chick-fil-A sandwiches at conferences. Not conferences, at dual states. So here we go. We go to 190. Sophomore Tegan Grotowski, number 6, broke into the rankings. We were talking about it all week. He's only a sophomore, 16-9. Beating the right people at the right time.
Ready? Shake hands, guys.
Taking on
Here we go.
German Cristano. He's a senior.
Have a good match.
Where's this Ivan Flores?
I'm not sure. I couldn't hear the public address announcer.
I don't think he said it.
Oh!
I'll pull up right there. This is Ivan Flores.
Ivan Flores.
Ivan Flores. The Knights have some injuries up in this area, 65. a dislocated elbow. He's probably out for the season.
Who's that?
Cannot remember his name.
Okay.
But he got hurt in the Sussex Tech match.
Ivan Neal?
No. Ivan Neal, great. He's at Lycoming.
One year we were going over the lineup, and I said, hey, how about so-and-so at 152? And they said, Coach, he graduated 7 years ago.
Right. Uh-oh.
So is he not available? Good shot.
Go, let it go. Illegal. One red.
He got scissored on the head.
Can't scissors, right?
That's going to be 1 for Grotkowski.
Yeah, and we talk about this all the time. You used to be able to figure 4, but not scissor. Or scissor
Right.
by now you can't do either.
They can't do anything anymore.
Yes. I don't blame Flores for not knowing.
Right. Yeah, Flores. No. Grotkowski gets back, gets the
Easy on the
takedown.
foot.
Gives that 3-0.
Great scramble for the 190-pounders. So we have 2 matches left. 215 in heavyweight. The heavyweight will see a fan favorite in Chichi Yuli. Sat next to his mom at one of the matches. She was just as pleasant as he is.
Mm-hmm.
I think I asked her, oh, you want me to explain any moves or everything? She said, no, actually.
I got it.
She's like, I got it. I'm good. I'm like, all right, great.
20 to go here in the first period. Grotkowski with a 3-0 lead. Golden Knights lead the duel 47-6. Looking to move to, well, they have moved to 9-0. They've already wrapped up this one. And that's the end of the first period. Move to the second. Sussex Central choice.
Green to first, and red.
Lead defers, and Grotkowski will take bottom.
Ready? Top man's on. Go ahead.
Now we swing into the meat of Smyrna's schedule, Scott, but the first 8 wins, just too much. Grotkowski with the escape, they're up 4-0.
Yeah, and Smyrna picked up a bunch of wins at the duels in Bel Air. Knocked off Boys Ladden and some other schools over there.
Not yet, not yet, not yet, not yet.
I think just Sussex Central just too much for him.
Yeah, the lower to midweights.
Yes, red 2.
And that's a takedown and out of bounds.
They're on the line, they're on the line, they're on the line. Green down.
6-1 lead for Grotkowski, or 6-0 lead, should I say, with 1:30 to go in the second period.
Yeah, first time seeing Grotkowski. He's a sophomore. He certainly passes all the tests when you're looking at him as a wrestler.
State qualifier last year.
State qualifier. He looks every bit like some of the high-end, really good Smyrna wrestlers of the past.
Ranked 6th in the state. Approaching a minute to go here in the second period.
Think of some of their other guys they had. Tony Weist, we always talked about.
Right. 3-time champ.
Remember, he was 500 as a freshman.
Right, and won a state title.
And won a state title and was losing and put legs in and pins.
Right.
He had that jiu-jitsu background, his dad.
Racing cars now.
He's racing
He's
cars
racing
now?
I think dirt track racing. Yeah.
Good for him.
Ready? Top man cover.
Only time he didn't win a state title.
Got injured in the semis.
Injured the fall, broke
He's
his
got to be
elbow.
outside, right? Keep that knee behind the line. Here we go, get set.
Like I said, sometimes says, sometimes winning 4 state titles is more about being lucky than good.
And that was against a charter kid, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, lifted, returning, and
yeah, and it was nothing. It was just a free kind of thing. He put his arm out, and you know, he was by far the odds-on favorite that year. Remember the conference finals we did with Clavier of CR, and the CR coaches yelled, "Go get him!" And what they wanted him to do was shoot
a double.
And he walked right into
to a lat drop.
Yeah, and Weiss was famous for lat drops and legs.
Right.
Gutowski,
Under 10 has a double arm bar.
Gutowski looking to be famous for his double arm bar here. Flores slips out of it.
Period's going to end. It's going to move us to the third.
Green, where you want to be? Neutral.
And they're going to go to their feet.
Green says neutral. Here we go, back on our feet.
You know, looking at the point differential, this has got to be one of the bigger losses that Smyrna's had
In a while.
to an in-state team. And we kind of saw it coming. I just kind of didn't believe it.
Right.
You know, you look at the matches and you're like, I just, you know, you said 5. It's like, you know.
Yeah, and they still could come out here with 5 wins, but
yeah,
they're not getting the pins. 8-0 lead for Krakowski.
Because they got 2 right now.
And probably favored in the last 2.
And they're favored in the last 2 in this one, yeah. Yeah, 9-5, you need pins. You got to win 30-27, right?
The last 9-5 win I saw by 5 was Sussex Central Smyrna, and it was back in the Cody Combs era. They got 5 pins, and then they shaved everywhere else and won the match. 9-5 splits they're rare for the 5 to win, but they can happen.
It's also nice to get like an unsportsmanlike or something.
Yeah, that could help.
Yeah, that helps. Cape lost 1 year to Smyrna. They got disqualified end on a bite. They were ahead by 8 and got 2 unsportsmen.
It's going to be a full Nelson. Makes it 8-1.
1 half at a time, right? 1 half at a time. You got to get a wrist on the other side.
I had a young kid tell me one time the referee called him for a full Nelson. He was upset. Told me that he did not have a full Nelson. He had 2 halves.
That's right.
8-1, 8-1.
Just happened to be interlocked.
Two halves sometimes don't make a whole.
That's right.
Sometimes you run that half side to side so quick you end up.
Yeah. Again, coming up Wednesday night, a week from tonight.
Red, stall, warning.
The Handle Open Conference Southern Division Championship on the line in Felton when the Lake Forest Spartans host the Laurel Bulldogs.
Here in this match, Flores is trying to avoid a major decision. He's down 8-2.
30 to go. Comes to his feet, out of bounds. 28 on the restart. Excuse me.
Set. Top man's on.
Hoping to be back to 2 cameras next week. Had an issue with our wireless. Something with technology. It's great when it works.
Wireless,
Keep it legal.
not a fan.
Keep it legal.
15 seconds
Comes
left.
back to his feet.
It's like Flores might avoid the major.
10 to go.
I mean, he was definitely outgunned, but he put up a great
He
fight.
did. He put.
Keep it clean. Keep it clean.
Then that's it. 8-2 decision for Krakowski. As we move to 215 pounds.
Nice job.
That makes it 47-9.
So Smyrna looking to make me right, winning those. They can win these 5 matches. Just Sussex Central's down low, and in the middle just took it to them.
You better bet on the Super Bowl. You're on a win streak now.
Yeah.
Just got to go with the Chiefs and Taylor Swift.
Right.
Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
For Sussex Central, German Casato. For Smyrna,
Mason
Mason Schulberg.
Schulberg.
Okay, guys, shake hands. Have a good match.
Schulberg. And we're underway at 2:15.
Mason 7-6. He's a junior. He's against German Cristano, a senior, 11-12.
We'll pick an outstanding wrestler at the end of the match. We'll get him over and get an interview tonight.
Who are you thinking?
I'm thinking the winner of the only 2 ranked wrestlers at 126 right now.
There you go.
Stay in here and wrestle. Don't back off.
Plus, there was some fireworks in that match.
That was a good match.
It was a 7-2 decision, but early on.
Chase Murray would be a good interview. So here in this match, we got a minute left, 0-0. Someone looking to get a takedown. No points yet, but both very active in a collar tie, but looking to get the upper hand.
Schoenberg, I believe, also, I think that name through football this year. We don't get to do as much Smyrna now. Yeah, we had the central broadcast, but
Yeah, we just did the one game.
right when they come down, they came down after having what everybody thought was a horrible season. They come in and they knock off the conference or the district champs.
We said that. We saw that coming, man. They're
and then they
dangerous.
almost in the first round beat the eventual state champs.
That's right.
You don't think they're going to reload for next year under Mike Judy?
Yeah, I mean, they came down to the wire against Sally's. I think they were up for part of that game.
They're back and forth, and yeah.
And then Sally's tight first half against Cape in the state finals, and then just lit them up in the second half.
I think the ball stayed on the Sally's side for like 3 plays.
Unbelievable.
Action, guys. Use moves here. Don't just push. Wrestle here.
And it was a big third quarter, but I was more impressed with the Sally's defense in the second half in that game.
Time to go.
I mean, they had 2 guys. They had 1 guy with 23 tackles. It's like, holy cow.
Move to the second quarter,
Green bottom.
second period.
Hey, you're holding a warning
And
here,
you're thinking
okay?
football
Get
still.
out.
I know. There was 0, and Cristana will take bottom.
Okay, top man.
And the referee said something interesting. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Don't just push. I want to see some moves.
Right. Well, that backing out of bounds, and I've seen some refs allow. It's not a push out. It's not like freestyle. If you want it to be Frost, make it that way. Make it the push out point. I have no problem with that.
We were down in South Carolina one year, and they had just changed their point of emphasis to say that whenever somebody went out of bounds, somebody must be stalling.
Right.
So every time someone went out of bounds, they called stalling on one person or another. And they, of course, stopped doing it after this one tournament. But it was the most confusing thing because our kid would shoot a double, and they would call a stall on him. I didn't hate the idea of
Remember when they used to
stalling.
call double stalling? You hardly see that anymore.
Thank God.
Right.
I did see a match where they double stalled, double disqualification
Oh, wow.
in the match. They may have been heavyweights.
Schellenberg looking to put the half in. Got the boots in.
Got to rotate those hips. We were talking about Tony Weiss. This was his move.
He's got the hips pinned. He just has to rotate his own.
He's got to rotate his
Under
own
a minute
hips.
to go. But Christina did a great job of fighting this off. And you're going to get a stalemate.
And that's a victory out of that position.
Absolutely.
Lose it, move on. Let's go.
I mean, we called this a toss-up, and so far it's 0-0 halfway through the second period.
Top man cover. Ready? No, call.
You're going to get a caution.
Stay set. Take your time. Be smart here. Get set green. Top man's on.
Schellenberg was up the other night. And I got a little lazy with his head down. Got caught in the near side cradle. But it was a match. Just one. There was 2 of those. They went one each way on Monday night. That's just when CR and Smyrna get on the mat. There's going to be upsets. There's going to be quick pins. There's going to be a lot of those things. Tonight there's the Sussex Central drum beat, and it just blew through them in the first 8 matches.
Just slow and steady, just a march right through. And here we are with 1 match left after this. We have Chichi Yuli. He's the favorite. He's ranked number 4. He's a senior. He's wrestling Landon Steele also.
He's got what I call the walking headlock. They
Chichi
blow the west,
does.
yeah, he walks into you, gets the headlock, puts you down, helps you up. We're going to move to the third period. No score here at 2:15.
I just remember Chichi Yuli winning an overtime match as a freshman.
Right.
I think he maybe was only practicing for a week or 2.
Top man's on.
He is a big boy. You're going to see him.
He actually got off bottom to win it. It was
You're going to see him coming up here next.
got a standing ovation.
He is a fan favorite here in Smyrna. Escape for Schellenberg.
And really everywhere he goes.
Goes up 1-0. Yeah, you can't not like that guy.
Well, I do know some people in Delaware wrestling that
Maybe not. Yeah.
maybe complain about his ranking.
Don't just push. Wrestle here. Use moves. Use moves.
Use moves, that's the line.
Eddie Meredith back in the 80s used to say, use it or lose it on top moves.
Green, warning. Got 1 red. Going back off.
So
Got to fight to stay center.
gets the point for the stall.
That makes it 2-0. So it's going to come down to a takedown. Castano's got to get a takedown to tie it up. He's just getting overpowered a little and not able to get his Setup's going. And Cristano did weigh in at 190, so he's giving up a little bit of weight.
Schellenberger Jr. 7-6 on the season.
And he looks strong. I mean, he's definitely overpowered Cristano and controlled the ties this whole match.
Shot by Cristano.
Cristano, right?
Dropping the hips.
Yeah, that's a problem. Great defense.
And takedown for Schellenberg.
Schellenberg, really textbook defense there. He's looking to make this the 4th match.
Yep. Yeah, I said they'd get 5. It looks like they're going to get them in a row. Maybe they should have started there.
That's right.
Get some momentum going. 20 to go here in the 3rd period.
Central got 9 in a row, right?
Yeah, they got the first 9 matches, right?
Keep wrestling here, both guys.
And 5 to go.
Keep it clean.
Mason Schellenberg's going to come out with a decision for the Smyrna Eagles and make it 47-12.
Real solid 4-0 victory for Mason Schellenberg. That'll push him to 8-6 on the season.
And we come down to our last match of the night. 285 pounds.
It's 47-12 right now.
Landon Steele for the Golden Knights. And Chichi Yuli for Smyrna. And here comes Chichi Yule. Underway in our last match of the night.
Yeah, Chichi's really improved. I really like his movement on his feet.
Here comes the walking headlock, I call it.
Yeah.
No, he's going to go low leg.
I like that little combo setup. He went 2-on-1, then underhook, popped it. Low single. He's got the long arms for it, though. He's perfectly set up for it. You're in his shooting zone as soon as you step on the mat.
Goes to the 2-on-1.
Oh, I like that too.
And they go out of bounds.
I wonder who he's working out with, because he's definitely really improved.
Well, he's doing a lot of Greco, and that tells me Coach Howe.
I'd like to see those two going at it. Yeah, look at that. That's a great underhook. When the guy's shoulder goes in his ear from the underhook, that's when you know you got it tight.
Stay on. Keep wrestling on.
Of course, after this match, we'll take a quick commercial timeout and come back with our outstanding wrestler.
Keep wrestling center here.
Chichi's just moving forward. I love that underhook. He's looking for the double. I don't think it's possible for him and Kurt Howe to work out, though. Do you think it is?
I think he's providing the instruction. I'm sure
Okay.
there's another body in there.
Okay, all right. I was confused for a second. They were drilling together.
I don't know that in his 50s Kurt Howe wants this guy
no,
throwing him around.
I'm with you. That's what I was saying.
Back it off.
Yeah, I went to practice the other day, and
Fighting to stay on. You got a warning there. Here we go.
Nothing seemed to be working for me.
Right. It happens when you get up in age.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see everything, but it just didn't work.
Oh, fireman's attempt by Steele.
Great job by Steele.
And the balance of Yule.
Yuli just blocked it. Steele just hesitated a second. He was right in on that fireman's. Chichi breaks him flat.
And gets the takedown.
Break him flat to his belly and spin. Great job.
Keep working, guys.
12 seconds to go here in the first period. A 2-0 lead for Chichi Yule.
Chichi Yule scoring at the end of the period, and Landon Steele not able to respond to that.
We're going to move to the second period.
Top, bottom, neutral, defer.
My phone's blown up with a basketball text. I don't want basketball text.
Is it basketball?
Top, bottom, neutral, yep.
Yeah,
Bottom,
I guess.
Okay, red down.
Long-standing
Set. Okay, top hands on. Yep.
feud between basketball
Right.
players, and It's been less over the years, though.
Underway, Chichi. Oh, look at that little changeover. Gets the escape.
He is dramatically really put it together.
Absolutely,
He
yeah.
really has improved.
And a takedown for Yule.
I mean, you're seeing stuff out of him that I just never thought.
5-3, 5-0 lead.
He's light on his feet. He moves well. He's up 5-0 right now. 2 takedowns and an escape. Landon steal on bottom. Looking to get out and cut into the lead.
Minute to go here. Second period, 285. Chichi looking for the power half on the right side.
Be careful with the elbows. Be intelligent with the elbows. Keep wrestling. I got blood time. Let it go. Blood time, green.
So, as we said, the only sport that has blood time, second time tonight.
Okay. Here, come over this way so the trainer can get you. It's your nose. Here, watch this. I want them to wipe that right where you're at, Chichi. There you go. Thanks, Russ.
You know, I don't think I ever listened to referee Harkin. I'm real impressed by his straightforward, methodical,
Right.
you know, really well organized, has complete control. I take back everything I've said.
Right.
All right. You're still on the bottom. You got 51 seconds left.
51 seconds to go here in the second period.
Chichi looking to end it strong on a high note after Sussex Central ran out to a 9-0 lead on the matches. Smyrna roared back, picked up the last 5, just not enough bonus points.
Yeah. 30 to go here in the second period. Chichi looking near side. He's been very active on top.
I mean, he's been active in all 3 positions.
Right.
Great on bottom, right out.
I got blood time. Let it go.
So more blood time.
Watch your feet. Yep.
See if I can pull up the night's schedule. I know they have Laurel next week at some point.
Yeah, I looked at their schedule. Not a lot of landmines in there.
Cut time. Clean up.
They're looking good to end the season strong.
Good.
Now they have CR next Wednesday, Laurel
Here we go.
on Friday.
Green gets that. Red's on top. Top man on.
Yeah, and I looked at the matchups on the CR Sussex Central.
Not favorable for the
Not
for the
favorable
Riders.
for the Riders.
Now they have Slazeanum next
What?
Saturday.
We're up. Easy, easy, easy. Blood time.
I really thought St. Mark's had the best shot to knock them off.
Watch your feet. Watch your feet. Don't step in it.
Yeah, and then the St. Mark's gets into a battle with Lake Forest. Last night they ended up winning it on Monday night. So, yeah, it's coming up for on Friday night. Sussex Central will go down to Laurel, and then Saturday they'll host Slazeanum at 1:30, and then they'll end the season with Caesar Rodney next Wednesday night.
Yeah, because St. Mark's wanted to wrestle
Good cut.
Sussex Central after the Sally's match, but they said no.
Thank you so
I mean,
much for
rightfully
doing
so.
that.
I mean,
Right.
Good job, brother. Hey, we got
And
1
St. Mark's
second
did
here.
beat Sally's this year.
Second period. Ready? Yep.
So that Division II
DMA knocked them off
matchup.
too.
So did DMA, that's correct.
They tied, and then they won on criteria, most first takedowns. Which that one's kind of deep in there.
Set.
I just know the first one, most flagrant
Right.
fouls,
That's right.
penalty points.
2 minutes on the clock. Last 2 minutes here of the night. You were putting pressure on, standing on those toes. looking for a cradle.
Trying to keep the blood time to a minimum.
Right.
Just so impressed by Chi-Chi's technique and what he's put together.
He's up 5-0 here, or 5-1. 5-1.
Be smart with the elbows. Keep wrestling.
Landon Steele keeping it close, but he's going to need a big move to pull something out
yeah.
here.
Chi-Chi goes cradle again. Landon Steele goes low leg, and I think that just helped Chi-Chi lock up the cradle.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, he
too.
breaks it. Minute 12 to go.
Get back to your base. Keep moving, keep moving. Get back to your base, let's go.
Minute to go in the match. Oh, here comes the old hammer lock.
Love it.
Right to an Oki bar. No, not able to keep the arm out.
Green, I got a warning. Green warning. 1 red.
And it's another point for Yulee, and he's up 6-1. Yulee conference runner-up last year. Looking forward to see that battle with him and Baynard again in a few weeks.
Super impressed by Baynard. Quick feet. He was a freshman last year. He's got all the tools to be a really good heavyweight.
20 to go here. 6-1 lead for Yulee.
A lot of good heavyweights this year.
Keep the activity
I
going.
really like the heavyweight from William Penn.
Yeah, he's moved up to number 2. He beat Baynard in a duel. Under 10 to go. Yulee looking to run that half. And that's going to wrap it up.
Chi-Chi put together a good match. Landon Steele kept the bonus points down, though. That makes it 47-15. Big victory for Sussex Central. Well wrestled, well conditioned team. They're going to be a problem.
Scott, we're going to take a quick commercial timeout, come back with our outstanding wrestler. Folks, we'll be right back.
High Five Hospitality, founded in 2004 when 3 guys teamed up to introduce the Buffalo Wild Wings franchise to Delaware. To date, they operate 8 Buffalo Wild Wings in Delaware and Maryland. Also the Stone Balloon and Limestone Barbecue. And let's not forget Expectation and 5 Jersey Mikes throughout Delaware. High Five Hospitality's mission is to operate 5 brands that serve high-quality products with exceptional hospitality.
First State Orthopedic statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at firststateortho.com.
Looking to stay cool this summer?
At Barclay Heating and Air, we're dedicated to keeping your home comfortable year-round.
Family owned and operated, we provide trusted residential heating and cooling services to customers across central Delaware. Our experienced technicians offer reliable maintenance and repairs on all major brand HVAC systems. From air conditioners and ductless systems to heat pumps and furnaces, we also sell and install top quality units. No matter your needs, we're committed to getting the job done right with honest and timely service you can count on. Invested in our community, we're proud to help families in more ways than one, sponsoring and donating to many local programs and organizations throughout the area for dependable HVAC services. Give us a shout or a bark at Barclay Heating and Air.
And welcome back to Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. With us is tonight's outstanding wrestler, Chase Murray. Chase, first of all, congratulations, and let's talk about your team, the approach you came in here tonight. You guys just set the pace early, took the first 8 or 9 matches, and rolled from there.
Yeah, obviously we're really strong down low. We like to get it started down there, but some of the big boys stepping up as well. and some crucial matches, just not giving up bonus points. And that was pretty much it. Got the bonus where we need it, stayed off our back when we could, and came out on top.
Tonight, you had a matchup between two of the ranked wrestlers, you being ranked number 3, and number 6, Warren Coates. Fireworks early, you're able to put him to his back, settle it down. Take us through your match.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't my best match, but came through with it. He was trying to hit me with the misdirectional low single, so once I got past that, I was good, and like you said, throwing him to the back definitely helped, but got some things to work on, get back to the room, get better, and hopefully get it done next time as well.
Well, as we look forward to state duels and Henle Open Conference, your weight class at 126 has 4 ranked guys from your conference in it. So it's going to be a battle just to come out of that. Talk about that and some of the guys in your weight class and what you think about your chances.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. Like you said, we got Trevor Copes at 1. He's a real competitor.
Hobie Givens and Coates.
Yep, wrestled him in a very close match. Warren Coates in a very close match. So there's just a lot of talent up there, and can't wait for conferences to see what happens.
So you guys got Laurel Friday night,
yep.
and then a big match with Sally's. And I mean, that was Sally's the defending state champs, and they look for real this year.
They do. They look good. Should be a good match at the Castle. Everybody's excited.
And then you end up with the rivalry with Caesar Rodney at home.
Yep, finishing off the season.
So coming up, big matches for you and your team. I want to congratulate Chase Murray. He is our outstanding wrestler for tonight's match. Folks, your final score, the Sussex Central Golden Knights 41, the Smyrna Eagles 15. Big win for the Knights. They move to 9-0. Chase Murray, our outstanding wrestler. Chase, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
For Scott Cameron and Brandon Hill, I'm Benny Mitchell. Have a safe night.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned, community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.